And then at the time, it's 10 or 11 o'clock, and then I hop onto bed and sleep. Psych, I'm just kidding. My days are like this cycle. I write, then I procrastinate. I make a video, then I procrastinate. I edit, then I procrastinate. So I'll get to that later. But after breakfast, if I'm not lucky, I pick up my phone and then I'm just on the internet. I'm just watching YouTube videos for 2 or 3 hours, and then at the end I feel miserable. And then I tell myself I need to get back to working. Then I pick up a book or start taking notes or brainstorming for video ideas. But if I'm lucky and don't touch my phone, after breakfast I pick up my notebook and start writing bullet points for the video that I'm going to shoot that day. So I don't like making scripts. I don't like reading from a script in a video because it puts this boundary, this limit on the words that I'm going to use to communicate. So if I'm not using a script, I feel more free. I have much more elbow room to actually communicate as I like. One thing that's fixed is that I always record my videos at afternoon because the sun is at its zenith at the time, and this room that you see is a guest room and it's not bright all the time. So in the afternoon this room is illuminated and it's much more brighter and the lighting looks perfect, at least to me. After I'm done recording the videos, of course before that I eat lunch. Then after recording the video, I then procrastinate, as I said, because I think this is the problem with me. Because if I do something, for example, work, writing or making videos or taking notes or researching, or reading books, then I feel like I deserve a treat, and that treat comes in the form of YouTube videos or video games or watching movies. So after I'm done procrastinating for probably for 2 or 3 hours, then at that time I return back to working. That is, I read sometimes, or sometimes I just start editing the video. But the editing doesn't take much time, 1 hour at the maximum, because I don't finish the video in a day. I don't edit it. I just cut out the parts that I want to include in the video, and then I'll get back to the editing tomorrow. And then after editing, because I feel that I've accomplished something, I return back to procrastinating and spend a bit more time on YouTube or other social media platforms. Or sometimes when I want to get that dose of dopamine, I don't pick up my phone to procrastinate. What I do is I tell stories to my little sister. So this is kind of a better alternative than being on YouTube. But still it's procrastinating. I'm not getting much work done. But I don't feel bad because the time is well spent. I enjoy telling her stories. Lately I've been reading Harry Potter for her and she's been enjoying it. So by the time I've done all these things, procrastinating and telling her stories, it gets dark. It gets dark and I wait. Sometimes I'm lost as to what to do. I've done all these things. Then I'm tempted to pick up my phone and procrastinate again. But then I say to myself, it's a complete waste of time and I would feel miserable after spending hours on YouTube. Then I think of the alternatives. What should I do now that I've done all these things? What is left there for me to do? Then I sometimes write. But these days I've been writing early in the morning after waking up. As I said, I wake up earlier than usual. I've been waking up earlier than usual. Now I kind of fall back into that phase where I'm lost. I have nothing to do, and this fear of thinking about doing something big, making a video that's really out of my comfort zone, sometimes excites me, but most of the time depresses me because I feel all the uncomfortable situations that I will have to get myself in, and that makes me contemplate all these things. And just sometimes I come to this room and just walk around and think of ideas, making these scenarios in my mind, and just having a usual existential crisis. And lately I've added a few simple workout exercises like push-ups, lunges, squats, pull-ups, and planks. Then sometimes later my father gets home and then I go to the other room to spend some time with him. Sometimes I feel guilty when I say that I'm lonely or I'm a Hikikomori because I have my family. I get to spend time with my siblings, and so after watching TV with them for some time, then we have dinner, and after dinner I come back to this room to edit the videos and then to finish them, or add a bit of touches here and there, tweak it a bit, and then leave the final work for tomorrow, or I complete it at that time and upload it. And then at the time it's 10 or 11 o'clock, and then I hop onto bed and sleep. Psych, I'm just kidding. I'm usually awake till about 1 or 1:30, and of course I have my phone and I procrastinate. As I told you, this cycle of working and procrastination. So lately I've been trying to get rid of this excessive use of phone, especially when I'm in bed. And I think made a bit of improvement. Last night I slept at 12. That's probably because my phone's battery was at 5%. Anyways, after that I just close my eyes, and after having another existential crisis, because legends don't beat their meat twice a day. They just have 2 existential crises in one day. Then sometimes after philosophizing about life, I fall asleep and wake up the next day and starting it all over again. So that was the end of the video. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.